Today I'm going to be doing a sketchbook tour, so I'm going to go through all my some sketchbooks. A lot of the drawings I do, I rip out of the book, so I have them in these art binders. So I got some art binders, old sketchbook. These books I'll do last, something a bit different, and this is a Moleskine book, has some art in it, but yeah, let's go through. So this is an older one, this is from a couple years ago. So it has some sketches and I did a lot of event planning with it. So got it. To start, a marker drawing of Jean-Michel Basquiat. Just a little marker portrait. So these are just some ideas. These are some ideas for made events that myself and my friend Albert do. And there are these art shows in Vancouver that we put on with other local artists. So, some designs. These are old ideas for previous events. So here, these are just some display ideas. Sandwich board, window decals, layouts, display ideas. It's all stuff I want to do, but you need that budget. So future projects. And these are just some ideas I had for my previous event. Thought it'd be cool to do a series, different angles of a portrait. You know, it's kind of like a 360 view around someone. Some palette ideas. This is a Rihanna event that we did, trying to figure out logos for some of the Barbados colors. This is when I was trying to plan my solo event last year, which I did last year, but this is from a couple years prior. So these are some kind of banner style displays and some other ideas I was thinking about. These are some names I was thinking about for the event. These are some other displays. So I thought about for quite a long time, and I actually ended up doing this. So I do these big drawings on almost like craft paper, and I sandwich them between acrylic, and I would just like carabiner and chain style hang it. So it would be like this. So for the viewer, it'd be hanging from the ceiling, and you could kind of walk between them. That way it would give you a 360 view of a 2D piece of art. So again, it's another view. And just more ideas of displaying some of the art stuff I would have. Playing with logos. Thought about calling it portrait for a long time, but I'm Dutch, so portrait, that's how they spell it in Holland. And I was playing with their flag's colors and their national flower, the tulip. And these are all ideas for like leggings or footings at the bottom of them to possibly build. Like that. Some more display ideas. And I always write everything down or draw something out to see if it makes sense. These are just a drawing exercise. Giving myself like 10 seconds to sketch heads. J. Cole sketch. Again, when Star Wars came out, John Boyega fan. And Bieber sketch. And if you like old school hip hop, you might know who that is, KRS-One. And Mos Def. And okay, yeah, that's it for this one. So a lot of ideas. Not as many sketches as the other ones. This next one I found is actually super old. This is one I had as a kid that I got from like a dollar store. You can see it still has the price sticker on it. I got my start doing portraits. I used to be super obsessed with drawing comic book characters, and Spider-Man is my favorite, so I used to draw him all the time. I have tons that were just on loose leaf sheets that are long gone, but you can see here's one. This is from 2003. My favorite artist that used to draw Spider-Man was Todd Mcfarlane. Some of you may know him. He's responsible for Spawn. Now, what I loved about his Spider-Man so much is he would have his fingers would be super articulated, and they would have huge eyes on Spider-Man. Here's another one. Now you can see I copied what he was famous for. This is spaghetti webbing, where it would just be so many different strings of web put together. And you can actually go back and trace them and follow the individual lines. It wasn't just scribbles that he would do. He would actually draw them one by one by one. Very impressive, his amount of detail. And I used to also draw a lot of logos. I really went through a phase of copying logos and logo designs. It's a random Bart Simpson. Here's an unfinished Waka Flocka portrait. I've done quite a few portraits of Travis Scott. He's one of my favorites. This is one of the first ones I did. This is just a graphite pencil. Now, one thing everyone may not know, when you use graphite pencil, you can see here I'm bending the page, is if you just use graphite, you get this shine effect. So it may look good straight on, looking down at it, but if you have it framed and you're looking at it from an angle, any way light catches it, you're gonna get that shine. Now here's an example of when you use graphite with charcoal. Charcoal will give you that, it'll make your blacks black. So you can see here, when I bend it, you don't get that shine. It dulls it down and just cuts it out on that Joey Badass. Now this one, this Tupac one, this is just graphite, so it has a bit of that on it. Here's an old Isaiah Rashad one. It's Copic and Prismacolor pencils. And I flip through, no, this one's actually, that's it for that one. So we'll move on. All right, next up, we got the first binder. Some of these are mixed up with different years, but let's see. So we got Joey Badass sketch. So this is when I kind of first started Copic and Prismacolor pencil crayon combo. That was 2014. And Danny Brown, 2013. Fetty Wap, 2015. So here's some of the markers. It's kind of annoying, I gotta flip them. So we got Kid Cudi, one of my favorites. Got MF Doom. This one I had fun with, trying to do the reflections on the metallic mask. There's Logic. Wiz. 2016 pencil. Got an old Gambino here. Marker. Bishinaru. Did kind of a mix with the Doom mask there. He's a big fan. Old Big Sean. If you don't know, I'm like his #1 fan. For real, it's my favorite rapper. Schoolboy. These are all the Copic markers. Another Gambino. Another Wiz. Kendrick. Juicy J. Dish Loaf. Future. Lupe Fiasco. Some Tinashe. G-Eazy. Another Joey. Another one of my favorites. Miguel. And Janae. Got Exhibit next to the Z. And up top. Jamie. New Strimmer. Got Pharrell. Ja Rule. Classic 50. And you got Mad Child. Small Members. Another Danny Brown. Some of them I have this painter's tape on because I did a solo show years ago and I had other people frame them, so I marked on the pages which one to frame. Can't release that. Definitely my top 10. Old ODB. And another Isaiah. It's Drake. This little guy. And this little Fife Dog sketch. When he passed, RIP. Got a Q-tip. These ones are all a lot older, 2014, so I'm still learning them. These markers, designer. And got the other half of Ray Shrimmer. Girl sweatshirt. This one I really like. Really liked that photo of Danny Brown. And another Drake here. Schoolboy. This one was fun, that kind of weird tie-dye shirt. Got Young Thug. And another Gambino to end it off. Alright, on to the next. Alright, next up. This one, Rosario Dawson sketch I did. I don't know if you've seen that movie, Death Proof, but it's my favorite Tarantino movie. She killed it in it, so I found this photo of her on set that I wanted to do. Kind of random, I don't really draw a lot of actors, but I was really into that movie at the time. It was cool, did it, posted it, tagged her, and she liked it on Instagram, which was kind of cool because she's a Uber star. So this one I'm not finished yet, but still working on. It's Metro Boomin. Floral background. It's cool. This was like, it's a wallpaper print in that photo, so I gotta finish down here. Work in progress. It's an old Kanye one. This one I did for, what was it for? Oh, Copic markers. They have colors that they pick every month, and they contacted me and sent them ahead of time to do a drawing with using only those 3 colors. So this was the product of that. So it was 2 different shades of brown and this kind of red, which worked good for the, it's like perfect lip color. Okay, that's it for that. Other ones are taken out and sold, so let's go to the next. Okay, next up. Okay, these are gonna be old ones here. So I got this old 3-stack, over 2000. Copic. Got this 50. Classic 50 face. Mean mug. Wiz. This was probably my favorite era of Wiz. Around the Black Hollywood time. Got a big crit. Another Cuddy. I did some skateboarders for a while too, actually. So that was an Air Costin. Kind of random, but me, our Winnie portrait. 2014. Old Nas. And classic Miguel. ASAP. Old Bam Bam. Bronson. Not Common. Another Drake. This is my favorite Drake album, that cover. Just front to back, I like that one the best. Skater, got Stevie Williams here. Old Joey Badass, 2013. Tupac. Super random, but I was doing like animal swap outs for pretty famous images. I'm sure you know what this image is here. I got Raekwon. And then I did one here. It's actually a homie I grew up with. He's a pro skateboarder now, Ryan DeCenzo. Frank Ocean. Al Green. It's another schoolboy. This is from that same photo shoot as the other one, but this one I did previous. Got Ebro in the morning. Wolf James. Spider-Man. Another Tyler. Another Gambino. Little kind of like scribble one they did in Stolly. And yes, another Danny Brown. I did like ASAP in the Work music video. He's got the kisses on him. Another scribble, Miles Davis. Paul Rodriguez, skateboarder. Got Colin McKay, skateboarder. And Kenny Anderson, skateboarder. Another super old Jeezy. Kanye. It's a super old Cole. Holy. It's been a while since he's looked like that. And this is a Casey Veggies drawing. Get some more there. And a Young Thug. Mac Miller. R.I.P. It's Big Sean. It's like from the Beware music video. And Fabulous. And Erykah Badu. This is another skater. This one actually I did for a contest for this magazine, Frank 151, where I drew him, and oh, there it is, yeah. And they put it in the magazine. Keelan, so Keelan's a rider for the Honey brand. That's what the contest was for. It's the honey bottles. Yeah. So, yeah, pretty cool. I did some producers. Pete Rock. And Ninth Wonder. Some of the best in the game. And an old SZA one there. Alright, onward. 2 more. Okay, next one. So this is a sketch of Dylan Reeder. He's a pro skateboarder that passed away from cancer. RIP to him. He was one of the best for sure. This Axl Rose one I just finished. So just those two in this binder. Okay, last binder. We got Wale. This one I did, I guess, right after this album About Nothing. That kind of Seinfeld mashup. Such a good album. A Guru. Guru is one of the members of Gangstar, if you do not know. The other one being DJ Premier. He's the DJ, producer, but favorite rapper of all time, Guru. Rest in peace. Yeah, Devin the Dude. I grew up on like that golden era, old school hip hop, so that's why I got a lot of those dudes in here. I did a Walking Dead one. And yeah, another Danny Brown. This one was just a cool image. I think this is from the Dip music video. Yeah, this one's around 2013. Snoop. And another skate one, so Stefan Janoski. If you're familiar with the skateboarding Nike shoes, the Janoski shoe, super popular. That's this guy. Joe Rogan. Nate Dogg. This is iShot Ware, pro skateboarder, and Jason Dill, pro skateboarder. If you're familiar with Supreme, you probably know who this guy is. Sean Malto and Nigel Houston. Cal Smith, pro skater. There's another Dylan. Ray Schremer here. Their album cover. This is just super random Kendrick one. Did it with like these shapes. Mensa, Bismarcky, Chance, and the game here. Their MF Doom, Big Sean. ASAP. This was a fail, this one. This Kanye one. I like that photo, but it just didn't work out, so I got frustrated. Miley. Ferrari. Daft Punk. This one was really fun to do with all the kind of sparkles and reflective layers. It's another pro skater, Julia Sue. This one I did for, I think it was a contest for the brand America, which is a brand of skateboard shoes, but never heard anything. Another Pharrell. And yeah, you can tell I kind of went through a reflective phase. 3PL. Oh, another Tyler Pekin. And Cuddy. Another Pharrell. These were just some sketches I did from a local company that didn't end up doing anything with. Janae. Easy. Nice Cube. Tupac. These were other drawings I did for that same company, which they ended up using actually. It's pretty cool. So these were real photos and they just cut out the real bag and put the drawings in replace. Same with that. For Arc'teryx bags. Super old Post Malone. I don't even think I have this one on the gram. Vince Staples. This was this model Jessie May. And another skater, Andrew Reynolds, the boss. And for this one, Questlove, final. So that concludes the sketchbooks and binders. But I have my own custom ones I'll show you, as well as a hip-hop art book that I was a part of. It's pretty cool. So this next one is this hip-hop art book that I got to be a part of. It's pretty cool because the idea for this, I had gotten a DM about it. It was a guy that was involved with Delicious Vinyl back in the day. He's worked with tons and tons of hip-hop artists. He's one of the dudes that's responsible for putting the Far Side on to where they started, working with Def Jam and stuff, Sky and Paul Stewart. Like I said, it took about 3 years, and then he told me it was done and then sent me a copy. So it's pretty cool to see once it came together. So it's just a bunch of people from all around the world just submitting their hip-hop art. So I'll flip through and show you my submissions that made it into the book. The first ones I got is Big Crit one here on the left. This was kind of when I first started doing the Copic portraits. So this one is just the markers. Here's another one, this big Bismarcky one. So I showed you the original in one of the binders. So I got this other Chance one here. Again, started getting more familiar with the Copics and how they work to layer them. So these ones I showed you the original. So the Danny Brown, got the Graphite, and Danny Brown, the marker one. Here's this Gambino painting I did way back in the day. Pretty cool. When I posted this one on Instagram, when he used to be active on Instagram, I remember he liked it, which was pretty cool. I'm a huge fan of him. This is that Kendrick one that I had. Kind of played around. I did weird shaded in design, and then here I kind of filled it in with color. There's the watercolor MF Doom one on the right. And like the ASAP one I did with the skull. I did a schoolboy one with the tattoos. I don't know why they put it so high up. This is one of my first paintings, this TI one. And that's it. And at the back of the book they have all the artists, their handles, and then on the side here to the right, these are the page numbers of their art. I think that, yep, that's it for that one. So that's pretty cool. And finally, I have here, these are the custom ones I have for the sketchbooks that are on my website. So this is Joey Badass painting I did. So you can see front and back designs there. Inside you can write your name. And the smaller sketchbook notebooks are about 5.5 inches by 8.5. And I have blank, and then I also have a lined version as well if you want to just take notes. Now the big ones I have on hand, these are the bigger ones. So these ones are about 7.5 by 10 inches. These ones are just the sketchbooks, so both of them are blank. As you can see. And it'll be the same on the backs, so same image will be, and the Made logo and my logo on the back for both of them. So for all the sketchbooks, they are 48 pages. They are 70-pound weight acid-free paper, and it's kind of like an off-white. It's listed as a creamy white. So the outside cover on the front and back, it's a scuff-resistant velvet. So these are available on my website. I'll put in links in the description if you guys are interested to check them out. It's always cool when people pick them up and fill them out, and I can see your guys' portraits or your guys' doodles, whatever you put together. But yeah, sorry this one was so long, but I know a lot of people are interested in the sketchbooks that people accumulate, so thanks for watching. And I'd love to see if you guys want to share and tag me in your guys' sketchbooks and stuff. Take care and stay creative.